Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500, welcome back to what you've called many names. I won't say them at this early on in the video because some of them are swearing and the algorithm will do something to my, thank you Mr. Bird, video. So I think about 18 hours has passed. About 18 hours has passed and I've had over 2,000 hits on the video, 2,000 views on the video. Loads and loads of comments from you. Let's quickly get into some of the comments and then we'll get on. Never work with children and animals. We'll get on and get on with it. Let's go. Okay, so as I say, there was about 2,000 views of the video within about 18 hours. At 11 o'clock last night, it was like 1,600. That was like 5 or 6 hours after it had gone live. Lots of comments, lots and lots of comments. Decision was a little bit split, but I think in the main, probably 60-40, maybe even 70-30, said do it. Like I did, said it's good content for the channel. Even if I don't make any money out of it, c'est la vie, really. But I think I will. So I have now decided I am going to do it. Now it's running, albeit a bit noisy, but we know what that is. That's just the exhaust. It seems to drive okay. We don't really know until we take it for a proper run. You know, chances are it's been ragged by whoever stole it. But we're going to do it. So today we're going to get it started to get it clean on the inside. So we're going to work on the inside first rather than the outside. So join me, let's have a proper look and see what we got to do. Okay, so what have we done? Not a lot. Oh, I've not even unlocked it. Hang on, where's my keys? In my pocket. Bloody bird, shut up. Taking the seat out. Oh, look at it. I don't think I have done worse. I thought I'd done something a bit worse than this before, but I think this does take the biscuit. So I'm going to take the centre console out, I think, because we're going to have to clean underneath it, and then give it a good clean. Jet wash it potentially. So the seats, obviously passenger seat is out, which I'm going to jet wash today. I think the driver's seat I'm going to harvest for parts and then I'm going to bin it. The back seats, I think I'm just going to bin them. I don't think they're worth saving, to be honest. The cannabis-y smell is not gone, but not far off gone. But it just smells of tobacco now, and ash. You know, it's been used as an ashtray, isn't it? It's the cannabis. Maybe a little bit, but I think if we can get these carpets clean in the car, get rid of these seats, we can then hope to get rid of some of the smell. I went to the post office today, sent off the V62, and the car is now taxed. So first thing I need to do before we go any further is lock and wheel nut key. I need to get one ordered, so I need to get one of the caps off and take a photo and get that ordered. Hopefully, last time I ordered it from VW_base, I got it the following morning. I think the wheel might be delivered today. As you can see, there's only 3 wheel nuts, which I hadn't noticed before. So whoever's taken it off has just kept the wheel nut key. I will try. I've got a few of them, so I will try what I have got. But I think probably they're not going to fit. None of them are going to fit, and then we'll get one of those ordered. So join me in a minute. I'm going to set you up. I'm going to hoover this first, and then what we'll do is we'll get the wet vac out and we'll do whatever the hell we can. I'm going to see if I can find my brush that goes on the drill. I seem to have mislaid it. Last ones I did, I think, was the Bath. I had to use a scrubbing brush. I have ordered some more from Amazon, but they're not coming till later on today. So I'm going to have another look, see if I can find it. Because that would be the best thing to do. Get some general purpose cleaner on it and then give it a brush first. We'll do it. I'm going to put some gloves on though, I think. Right. That's that bit hoovered. Looks better already, doesn't it? Oh God, I think this is going to clean up. It is really, really ground in. I don't reckon this car's ever been cleaned, you know. That's what it should look like. God, will I ever get it to look like that? I'm not sure I will. We'll do our best. Right, I'm going to go and get the wet vac out. There's going to be a lot of fluid going around, so I'm going to stick a rubber glove over that, or a plastic bag, just so I don't get any water in it. Battery is connected, but of course I disconnected when I took that out, so actually I might disconnect the battery anyway. We have to pull on this cable, so I think this is part of the actual, I'm not sure whether this is the handle. I'm not quite sure. I'm sorry, I'm not pointing at it. No, I don't think it is this. I think it's just the handle that's broken. So that's all right, because I've got one. Cable works, which is good. Otherwise it would have been a problem getting the bonnet open. Right, let's get the wet vac out. Mix it up with very, very hot water. Going to jet wash these. I'll clean them with the wet vac, but I'm going to jet wash them as well and scrub them. Actually, that's what I was going to do. Look for me brush. Must do that. Not convinced I'm going to find it, but I don't know what I've done with the damn thing. Anyway, not your problem. I will be back. We'll do it in time lapse, or some of it. See if we can get them clean. Unfortunately, this keeps popping. For those of you who've followed me before, you will know, or been following me for some time, you'll know this has been playing up. I've had this for quite a long time. It was second hand when I bought it. It keeps blowing the fuse indoors, or blowing the breaker. I'm having to keep going in and resetting it. And it's as fast as let's try and, the switch is at it. I have to weight the vacuum switch down. But as fast as I reset it, it goes for less than a minute and then it pops again. The last time I reset it, before I even got back out here, it popped again. So I'm going to keep trying for a few minutes, see what happens. Otherwise, I did buy vacs on Black Friday last year, which is still in the box, because I wanted to keep using this till such time as I couldn't use it anymore. So we will see if it's going to work. If not, we'll have to abandon it and use the other machine. I have got a steam cleaner as well, so my intention was to go over it with a steam cleaner once I've got it as clean as I can. But yeah, let's go reset it. We'll keep trying. I think I haven't filmed any of doing this side. I think what I'll do is I'll film when I do it the other side. But yeah, slow progress, but we are getting there. Right, so I've hooked up the new machine, the new Vax. It is a domestic machine. All I've done is decanted the liquid from the old machine into the new machine. You have to change the waste tank more often, and you have to change the feeder tank more often. And yes, it is a domestic machine. But one good thing about it is the pickup tool. Not only has it got the thing, the thin bit where it sucks the water out, but it's got a little scrubbing brush on it as well, so you scrub as you go. So some of the caked in mud that was down in that passenger footwell, I was basically backwards and forwards with it whilst spraying and sucking. And let me show you the results. So this is what it did look like. This is what it looks like now. It's pretty good. When you compare it, that's what it was like. That's what it's like now. It's pretty damn good, don't you think? I'm really pleased with it. And believe it or not, I don't think it's because I've become nose blind to it. It is smelling better already. And that's still with the manky seats in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the car over a bit, take the back seat out, or the back bench seat for the time being. I won't worry about the back. Good gloves these, look. And then we'll do the other side as well. But I'm really pleased with that. Really pleased. I'm not looking forward to having to clean that. I think I will take that out. I wasn't going to take that out, but I think I will. But I'll do that afterwards, I think. Right, here's this side. What a difference, eh? What a difference. You know what? It actually smells fresh in here now. No smell of cannabis. Very, very faint smell of tobacco. Nothing much. Obviously, I've got to get all this clean as well. But that's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. That machine's quite good, you know. You have to empty it a lot more often. But it does the job. I like the scrubbing brush on it. That makes a big difference, going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. But it's come out all right. Well pleased with that. I took the back seat out, as you can see. There's even a aerosol can under there. I need to hoover all that up under there as well and give it a wipe over. And then I think we'll get those back seats out as well. That will obviously help with the smell. We've got mouldy seat belts. We need to clean those up, and then we're going to clean up all the hard surfaces as well. We might as well get all that cleaning done in one foul swoop, really, I suppose. And then we'll put a heater in here. Heater and a dehumidifier tonight. Put it on for a couple of hours or so, put the heater on for a couple of hours, and then put the dehumidifier on overnight, suck up as much moisture as we can. Because the day after next I am getting the seats. It'd be nice for it all to be dry and clean and be able to put them straight in. But this is the machine I bought, common machine, Vac Spot Wash Duo. Yeah, really pleased with that, and you got a good cleaning cycle thing on it as well. Once you finish cleaning, you put a couple of inches of water in the bottom of the clean water tank. No cleaning solution, and then there's a little port in the side, just there, that you take that off, and then you shove that in, and it recycles the water all the way around and cleans it, cleans all the hoses and everything, so you don't end up like the other machine with all crap in the pipe. That's a really good little feature. That was about 70 quid on Black Friday. I think the fluid that gets you only get one little bottle spot washer cleaning solution. I think you're meant to use that in a whole. You know, obviously I've refilled that about 4 times, maybe 5 times. But yeah, I'm really pleased. I'm going to leave the doors open. I'm really pleased with that. I'm just trying to think what's next. Oh yeah, cleaning all this up. So yeah, we'll clean all this up. I'm hoping the wheel's going to come today. I didn't actually clean this side of the car very well, did I? Well, I mean, all of these wheels have all got to come off. I've ordered me locking wheel nut key. Obviously, all the wheels have got to come off. MOT actually was. Oh, that's interesting. I had an MOT which was the back tyres were worn. That was the last MOT, but they're not new tyres unless someone's just whacked cheap part warns on. So they're certainly not new tyres. So I don't really want to be putting new tyres on unless I need to. Obviously, once I get them off, I'll inspect them properly, see what the tread's like. If I have to spend £200 on a set of tyres, I'll spend £200 on a set of tyres. It's, you know, at the end of the day, everyone, well, not everyone, a lot of you were calling to scrap this car, but we're not going to. Got to sort that exhaust out though. Bird agrees. Right, so I've got that off. I've given that a bit of a wipe over. I will go a bit further on that, but just to get it clean, I've started cleaning all the panels. The side panels, they're all clean. I've cleaned that seat belt. What I discovered with this, someone's been chewing at that, doing something with it. So I've got to replace that. I think I've got one. I know I've sold a couple on eBay in the past. That's all dirty up there. That'll have to be cleaned. That's all right. I can clean that, no problem. Yeah, I know I have sold a couple on eBay. I don't know which side. Hopefully I've still got one, otherwise I'll have to buy one. They are really cheap, actually. I bought a rear light. That just came, and it's the wrong side. So the description says it's the right-hand side, which is, of course, what it is, not the one I need. But the picture, which is obviously what I looked at, is a left-hand one. So I didn't put 2 and 2 together. So unfortunately, I got the wrong bleeding side. It's obviously had an aftermarket accessory socket, because that was plugged in, which looks old and knackered, so I'm going to get a replacement on Amazon, and then I can just plug that in. Anyone know what that is? I don't ever recall seeing one of those, and I've got no idea what it is. Anyone? No idea. I suppose I could have a search for the number, couldn't I? Bosch 0265005907. I will have a search of that. If I find out what it is, I'll put it on screen now. But if there's nothing on screen and anyone knows what it is, please let me know. So yeah, I'm just going to continue now. Let me just show you the centre console now I've got it out. I'm going to actually jet wash it. I've actually got some sun this afternoon. It's quite nice. I don't know whether that's going to be any good. Going by the state of it, I might try and prize that out. It's so caked up. I'm not convinced that's going to work. Now they are quite expensive to buy those, but you can buy complete centre consoles sometimes with that included. So I will have a look, but I think the likelihood of that working is quite remote. Yeah, so we'll take it out anyway. Look at the state of it. What is that? Incredible. Right, let's carry on getting it clean. The wheel is turning up this afternoon, so when the wheel turns up, I'll get it up in the air and take that wheel off, and then I can look at the brakes as well. So as you know, the driver's seat mechanism's gone. I had this once before, and you can actually see it down there. So I think if you take that screw off, you can actually get to it. So I will attempt to repair it, because if I can, although there are some cigarette burns in here, it would be a good base seat for somebody who has got a damaged seat, or can replace the base. The passenger sides are easy to replace, but the driver's side not so. But rather than binning it, it might have some value to someone. I'll even give it away if someone wants it, if I can fix it. If not, I'm just going to take it all apart, cut all the sponge up, and give the frame to the scrap man. But this one, I'm going to jet wash. Oh, hang on, cigarette burn there. Oh, sneeze. Oh dear. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's a shame, cigarette burn on there. But again, some value, isn't it? That could be repaired by somebody, or someone could just put up with it. If it's clean, if it works, there's some value in it, even if I got... Well, these do go, although I'm getting an entire set of seats for 125 quid, I see one seat for more than that. So even if I put it up for 50 quid, it's 50 quid extra towards the car, isn't it? So, yeah, I can photograph it and say, all works. Unfortunately, there's one small cigarette burn. Right, okay, so back seats out. Gonna throw them away. Not gonna bother salvaging anything off of them. I have taken out the old seat belt. Obviously you had to drop this down to get to it, and I'm just going to go have a look through now and see if I've actually got one. Fingers crossed I have. Tell you what I did notice, I imagine the Blue and Me's been replaced here, and the bolt down there is sheared off, so I'll have to try and cut a slot in that if I can, and see if I can get it out. Unfortunately, I haven't got a seatbelt. This is the knackered one. The only one I've got is the other side. As you can see, it's a mirror image of that one. So that's a nuisance. So I'll have to buy one. I did have a look in my box of seatbelts, and I've had this one here for some time, and I didn't know whether that was fronts and backs, but it's not. It's fronts and pretensioners, and there's none in there. So unfortunately for me, I haven't got any. Excuse the sniffing, I just had a sneezing fit. So yeah, I'll have to go on eBay now and buy one. I think my wheel might have just turned up. Right, I've ordered one, £13.68 from eBay. So I should get that. Probably won't get it till Monday, but that's all right. I can still put the seats in without having it. That's fine. Right, what's next? Dum-de-dum-dum. I can order on Amazon the thing for the centre console. I'll do that tonight. That will come tomorrow then. I've got my wheel. Wheel's just arrived. So I think what I'm going to do, I can't really do any more cleaning wise within the, well, I can finish the dash off. I will finish the dash off, but I'm going to get that door card off and get that jet washed. Yeah, so I was looking, I couldn't remember whether this had MOT or not. So I was looking online yesterday and I thought, just want to verify, it is a Cat N, isn't it? I couldn't remember. And I went on to Copart, look, yeah, it is a Cat N. And I thought, let's just have a quick look on Auto Trader. I don't know if you know this, but when you go to Auto Trader, if you click on the sell your car, you put in your registration number and your mileage, not only does it come up and tell you what they suggest you sell it for, but it also tells you whether it's written off. It says Cat S, Cat N. I did that and it came up Cat D. Doesn't tell you any more, but it says Cat D. So I reckon that has been an accident in the past and it was a Cat D in the past. Now if I go and use that that app using Google Chrome on Copart, it doesn't come up and say it's been through auction before. So what I reckon has happened is it was Cat D'd, they bought it back from the insurance, and that's why we got that dodgy paintwork. That's what I reckon. So that was probably bought back from the insurance, someone's bodged it at the back. The bar's okay. Obviously the bumper's going to come off and I'm going to have a little inspection underneath anyway. We'll straighten up those brackets. We've got to do that exhaust anyway. And I reckon that was a DIY job, which is why it's so awful. That does make sense. So I am going to do a check on it and see, but just for the time being, I'm just going to put a temporary one of those on. Might as well. I've got a scratched up one, which I've kept for that exact purpose, or an emergency one. It's not an emergency as such, because you know, car's just sitting here. But I might as well stick it on and then chuck this one away. Right, we got the wheel off, obviously. I do like to state the obvious, don't I? As you can see, it is a space saver. And there's our new wheel, which is surprisingly good condition. A couple of little marks on it, 69 quid that was, and with a perfect, almost new tyre. I'm almost tempted they had the full set of 4, all being sold individually. I'm almost tempted to buy another one. Before we look at the brakes, which I have already looked at, bottom arms look okay. It's normally the back one, isn't it? That's normally the one that goes. Do look alright. Yeah, looks fine. The shocks were replaced last MOT because it failed the MOT on the shocks from both sides. So they are new, and you can see they're new. They're just dirty. However, the brakes, we are quite lipped inside and outside, and the pads are virtually non-existent. I don't know if you can see in there. Let's try and get it in focus. There's literally barely any material left there at all. So they need replacing. Now I've got pads, I've got discs. Obviously, it's expense, which have got to be done, of course. What's going on here? That's just dirt and crap. Shine the torch in there might help. Yeah, it's alright, it's just the ABS sensor. Yeah, so it's going to have new discs and pads, which is good, you know. It's no great grief doing them. Was it 20 minutes a side? Half hour at the most. Even for an amateur like me. But track rod end looks okay. I mean, why am I looking? It's not been in an accident, has it? Well, as such. So we'll get the new wheel on for the time being, and then when we come to doing the other mechanicals like service and what have you, we'll do all that at the same time. We're not driving this anywhere, but yeah, that is really, really low, almost on the metal. Well overdue. Going by the MOT history, these haven't been done. Bearing in mind this is in the mid to late 60,000s. According to the MOT history, certainly as far as that's concerned, it hasn't been done since the car was about 20,000 miles, something like that. So I can't believe they're on only its second set of brake pads. But who knows? Who knows? So we'll get this done. As I say, tomorrow we should get the thing in the post, the wheel nut key. I'm not going to put, because I've got one missing, of course. We've only got 3 nuts on here, so I am just going to put ordinary nuts on. You know, although I've got the cost of the £24.95, which I'll include in the cost of the car, I'm not going to sell the car with locking wheel nuts on. I'm just going to put ordinary nuts on instead. As we mentioned before with the Abarth, I think it was, people don't steal wheels anymore. People tend to steal the whole car now, rather than just the wheels. Right. I have started to jet wash this seat, so that's sort of, you know, what it looks like generally. Filthy. I'll just jet wash that. Whoa! I've just jet washed that side, so it is actually coming up quite clean. Look, see that bit there? It's good, isn't it? Oh, it's another 10p in there. Found quite a lot of money in this car. All coins, of course. No drugs. But these are really mucky in the door panels. Where's that 10p gone? Oh, don't want to scratch it, do we? It's got stuck in there now somewhere. I'm going to get the other one off and do that one as well. Right. Oh, morning, welcome back. It's about 11 o'clock. I've been sitting indoors on my iPad. I've been chatting to Alex from Car Salvage 101 via Instagram Messenger, backwards and forwards for about the last hour and a half. So I've not got anything done today. I left the windows open a little bit during the night just to get some air circulating. I think what I'm going to do today, I'm going to finish cleaning up inside. I haven't tried the seats yet to see, not seats, sorry, the carpets to see how dry they are. Probably going to need a bit of encouragement with heat in there, I imagine. I'm not going to do that with the engine because obviously the exhaust situation. So I think I'm going to get the fan heater in there and get it warmed up in there. They might even be dry. I felt last night, and they were, when I closed the windows at 10 o'clock last night, it seemed relatively dry. As someone pointed out before, that it's and it thuds when it closes. The bumper's quite clearly in the wrong place. We've got a bulge just there, and I know those brackets are bent underneath. So I'm going to get it up on stands, and interestingly enough as well, which I think is something to do with where the bumper's in the wrong position. When I put this temporary rear light in, I couldn't get the bolt in at the bottom. So I think the bumper, there's a gap there. The bumper is getting in the way. So I think whoever because there is a knack to getting these bumpers on. It's about getting it in that groove in the middle, down there on that back bracket. I might even find that back bracket's broken potentially, in which case I have got one, I can replace it. But we don't know until we get the bumper off. So I am gonna jack it up. I can't, can I? I'm waiting for I think the wheel nut's going to come today, but I can't do that until the bloody wheel nut comes. Damn it! Oh, that's a nuisance. Actually, I might be able to do it. I can't take the wheels off, but if I jack it up, put it on stands, so that will then obviously the wheels will drop down, and it might give enough clearance for me to get the screws undone. I'll have to try it that way. Not ideal, because it's just better if you can actually get to it without the wheels on. But yeah, so we'll inspect that. We'll try and see if we can get this exhaust done as well. Seats, let me show you the seats. It may have defrosted now, but one of the seats, I was looking out the window, it's almost defrosted. This was frozen this morning, because obviously it's sopping wet, but it is still frozen a bit. That one's thawed out a bit, but I didn't use the machine to suck any moisture out. Actually, that's almost dry now where it's been in the sun. So I'll stick the other one in the sun. They don't look too bad now, do they? Don't look too bad at all. Definitely sellable. And if I can get that one, obviously we got to repair that bit as well. We got to clean that bit as well. But we've got to try and repair this. If I can repair this, then although I'm getting an entire set of seats, we can sell these to get some money back. Right, as you can see, the wheels are off. So I did jack it up in the air, and then the postman came. And in the post was the locking wheel nut key, again from our friends at VW_base. Next day delivery. I bought it about 11 o'clock yesterday, and it's now about 11:30 the following day, and it's been delivered. How good is that? Same as last time. Came within less than 24 hours last time. Interestingly enough, this wheel only had 3 bolts in again, like the spare did, and no locking wheel nut. The other side has. What they've used under here, of course we know all this filler is shit, so that's going to have to be sorted out. We have got one screw there, can't get undone. But the bolt that goes in there, which is normally the Torx bolt, they've used one of the nuts that goes in there. And then the other side had no screws in here and no bolt in there, so it's just pulled out. And underneath, where you've got the 7 or 8 mil bolts, it had a Torx bolt, one side and nothing the other. So quite clearly an amateur job of people that didn't have the right fitments, and have just bodged it basically. A bit like they bodged the paintwork. But I suppose it served a purpose for them, didn't it? So yeah, let's get this bumper off and have a look, see what waits for us underneath. Right, so everything else is undone, so it should just pull off now. Well, apart from this screw that's not released, but that's the only way we could do that. Right, what we got underneath? Dirt mainly. There's nothing out of shape down there, I don't think. That's just sealant there. That's not broken. Very dirty. It's not broken, but the rivet's not in there properly. So we'll about the other side. Yeah, that one's all right. Obviously, we know it was this side that was hit, wasn't it? Is that dented in there? No. You can never tell sometimes because all the undulations of the car. Sometimes it's difficult to tell if things are dented or not. No, the only things that are dented or pushed in are those brackets, but we can soon straighten those up with a hammer. I already did it to a degree with my hand. Need to replace that because that's going to let water in. If that may even be how that water got in the boot. I think I've got a spare of those. I need to check. I think I've got one. But what we'll do is we'll drill out that rivet and put a new rivet in, and then clean that up, and then hopefully the bumper will slip back on. We'll clean all this up as well. I'm not going to jet wash it because then I'll make everything, all the floor and that wet, and I don't want to do that because I want to do this exhaust. Right, this is my little tool, cracking little tool. You've seen me use it before, I'm sure. It does make life a lot easier. So you get it in there. Actually, I'm going to do it from underneath. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. This gets in the way a little bit. Just gets in your way of your view. There we go. So we're virtually there, I think. I have to put that in again. Oh no, here we go. That's it. One exhaust pipe for the scrap man. Now I'm just wondering, I never really know whether to put, which way is the easier way of doing it, whether to put the hangers onto the pipe and then push them over, or the other way around. I guess probably that way, isn't it? Right, okay, I'm going to go and get the new one, or second-hand one, I should say, and then we'll see if we can get that on. Right, what I just remembered that I need to do is, obviously where that had snapped off, the other end of that exhaust box is still on the pipe. So the pipe goes into the box, so that piece that I need to remove is on the outside. So I should be able to get hammer and screwdriver and I should be able to just knock it off. Once you get it started, yeah, no, it is moving, I think. I think it's difficult to tell. A little bit more. Well, I'm not sure how thick that is, so what I need to be able to do is try the screwdriver again and see if I can get it in there and split it. Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's what I was trying to do. I should hopefully just pull off now. There you go. Come on, off you come, off you come. There we go. That's it. Hopefully you saw that. I'm not sure what the camera is showing because I can't actually see the screen of the camera. Right, so I've got my exhaust paste. I've got my 50mm bracket. I've got a bit of 180 sandpaper. I'm going to give it a brush first. I'm going to do the same on the new exhaust pipe as well. So I keep calling it new. It's not new, of course, it's old. And what I'll do is I'll stick a bit of brake cleaner on this. That's not too bad. Yeah, get some brake cleaner, clean that off. Get the new one, do the same. Stop calling it new one, Paul. I'm going to put some washing up liquid on there. And then push it on, hopefully. Is that in the right place? Was that one turned round? I think that one's turned. Oh, actually, no, it's not. No. Right, let's give it a whirl. There we go. That's better. So we get a nice dollop of that on it. And I'm going to put some on the inside as well. I know they say they put it on the outside, but I like to put it on the inside as well. No doubt it gets pushed out the way, doesn't it? Not a lot, just put a little bit on the inside. Oh, that should be enough now. Now we've got to try. Put that lid on. See if we can get that. So I'm going to change my gloves quickly. Right, okay. Now we need to try and manoeuvre it, if we can, like so. That's it. And then pushed in as far as it will go. And then get the clamp over and clamp it up. Obviously, I am not going to start the car up today. I'm going to leave that until tomorrow. I'm going to leave it all night to settle. Not settle. Oh, hello mate, you alright? Thank you. Whatever that is. Oh yeah. Thanks mate, cheers. So that should be sitting in the right position now, relative to the bumper. Shouldn't be any knocks or anything, and we shouldn't have any noise. But as I say, I'm going to leave it till tomorrow. I'm not going to start it up today. I'm going to leave it until tomorrow morning, and then we'll start the car up, and hope all is now good. Right, okay, so I don't know if I mentioned previously that I was using a temporary, well, no, I know I mentioned I was using a temporary rear light. That temporary rear light had a cutout just here. And I knew it was for a convertible, and I thought that was the only difference. And if you remember, I said that this was standing proud. They're different shape. I didn't realise that. I thought it was just the cutout bit. So this is an old one off of a Sport, which is a bit scratched up. So I put that on, and it fits perfectly. So that was a bit of a worrying moment, because I thought I put it back again once I've got the bumper off just to try it, and it was still standing proud by about 5 mil. And I thought, but there's no denting around here or anything. Why is this, not fitting? Then I realised, swapped it over, and it's fine now. So you can see that's all clean down there now. I do need to change that, so I'm going to do that before I put the bumper back on. Now this, I've noticed, is a little bit on the bent side. I don't know if that's going to be an issue. It's not broken, but it's a little bit bent. And when you put the bumper on, that lip, it goes into that lip. So that's sometimes why it fouls, F-O-U, the top, because it's not in properly. If that is an issue, then I'll take it out, and I've got a new one of those, and put it in. Hopefully it won't be, because I don't think it was there. It was in the middle, that it was high, and I think it was just completely at the wrong angle. I've redone that, I've taken that out and put a new one in. I need to do filler there anyway, so it might be easier to do it with the bumper off, but I don't know. I'll worry about that when the time comes. I need to remove that, because that was a screw that I couldn't get out, so I just need to try and break that off somehow. And I think then I've straightened that up, but that one's going to need a tap with a hammer. And I'm worried about breaking the weld. I don't want to break the weld, so I'm going to need to be careful. I'm going to heat it up first on the bend, and then try and do it that way. So we've got it all back on. Haven't done any of the bolts up except for the ones sort of underneath the lights. I had a bit of an issue. So the light, when it's plugged in, is tight, because it sits in these lugs poke into there and sit into there. But it wasn't. It was just flapping around, and I've just managed to get it out of this one. But look, I don't know if it's a bit of a glove. I think it is. It's a bit of a blue glove. And I've just hooked it out of one. Yeah, it is. It's blue glove. Why on earth? I wonder if something was broken on it, I reckon. I can't get it out with this screwdriver now. I did the other one with this screwdriver. I think I'm going to have to get a smaller one. Yeah, it is blue glove. I thought it was bits of... Oh no! Oh God! I didn't want that to happen. Is that going to fall out somewhere? Oh bloody hell! We'll have to see if we can find that at a later date. Where's that going to fall? Not sure. Don't know if it's going to fall. It might be just on the floor under there. I'll have to have a search, but bugger. Never mind. But we can still put the light back in. It just won't be held in there. I wonder if you can buy those things anywhere. Anyone know where you can buy those? Right. It's shutting better. It's not quite touching like it was, but it is still quite close. Let me just look at the bath, because it's higher at the ends than it is in the middle. It's not. It's equal. That's weird. So it's almost like maybe I will change that bumper bar, not bumper bar, the bracket. Could be something to do with that, couldn't it? It's probably worth changing, just if nothing else, to rule it out. So I'd rather have it not like that. Right, so we match the colour. I've cut a chunk out with an angle grinder of the old wing, and I'm going to send that off to Paints for You. Forgot to film me taking it off, actually. What I have noticed, which I'll show you now, the brake disc on this side isn't too bad, actually. Could have got away with it. However, the pads on this side are even worse. There's even less on there. What I have noticed is that's coming out. So it might not be bumping now, but that will definitely 100% come up as an advisory, if not a failure, on the MOT. Probably only an advisory, but we don't want advisories if we can avoid them. So I will buy. I've got two, but that's for a different car. So I'm going to buy some more tonight, and then we can get this one done. The other side's okay. I'm not going to do both if I don't need to. Very, very muddy, this car. It's going to need a really good clean. It's very muddy. Very, very muddy. What's been going on with this? Clearly it's been driving in a field, isn't it? So we'll get all this off and then get the new wing on. Okay, so new wings on. Just needs a little bit of adjustment. Don't forget we are going to adjust this door as well, so the gap will increase a little bit. So I'm going to leave that off for the time being, but I haven't put that on either just yet. Actually, I was attempting to and it fell off, so I decided not to do it for the time being. We'll give that a clean up actually, but it's a good match. The old one I have cut a chunk out. I've shown you, haven't I? Did I show you? I think I showed you. Yeah, I cut a chunk out. I'm going to get that sent off to paints for you tomorrow. Me to you. And I'll drop Alison a phone call on Monday and tell her that she's going to be expecting it. And I'll order four cans of paint. I won't use 4 cans on this car, I don't think. But I am actually going to. What I discovered, I forgot to show you. What I discovered about this rear bumper is actually a white bumper, which has been painted green. So it was obviously done at the same time. It's just fared a little bit better than the other one. So I'm going to repaint that as well. So it's obviously important to match the paint. So we are going to have to paint that repair once we've repaired it. That repair once we've repaired it. That repair once we've repaired it. That repair once we've repaired it, and down there as well, which will sand out probably. That will just sand back. We're going to have to put some filler in there. Obviously sand back all this. So we're going to have to paint all of this. We'll blend it in as they've done here. I think you can see where it's been blended, but not very well, because you can see it. So we will do the same. We'll blend up to the glass roof or thereabouts. All that will paint. We will paint all of that, and probably paint all of that door as well. So I'm going to need, maybe I should get 5 cans, because we'll always get cars in this colour again. And I think the lighter shade, which I reckon is that what it's going to be, is going to be the one to match, I think. So that is it. I think it's day 2, isn't it? Yeah, it's day 2. That's the end of day 2 on Project Skippy. It's looking less and less like a skip, but there is a long way to go. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video. We've done quite a lot, I think. Once we're carrying on, we're going to go on in leaps and bounds now, and then we'll be moving on to the exterior in the next video, I think. Hopefully, it should be. Once we've got the exterior done, we'll move on to the mechanicals. We'll do that bottom arm. We'll service it. I want to take it for a drive. My number plates haven't come. It seems that the Every driver have I don't know if they've lost the parcel, but it hasn't moved since they said we're expecting your parcel. The people who do the number plates, they always come within 2 days of me buying them. I bought loads and loads off of them. And in this instance, they haven't. So I can't take it out on the road because it's got no number plates. We'll start it up in the morning. Now we've done the exhaust, and then hopefully it'll all be good. So that's it. As I say, that's the end of day 2. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, hit that button, subscribe to the channel, carry on, follow us on this particular project. I know you're enjoying it. I'm getting lots of hits, lots of comments. Yeah, it's good. Don't forget, subscription. Subscription is absolutely free, no charges whatsoever. Until the next one, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.